you know, most laminates, if you scratch through the picture layer, you like to shimmy. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa bop. You've broken more road cases than you have ever seen. I don't doubt that, Frank. I'm trying to make one that is not unbreakable, but maybe unbreakable under normal circumstances. Yeah, don't ever say anything's unbreakable, because somebody will challenge you on that. You once lost a road case into the San Francisco Bay. Now that is tough. But I guess you can lose anything in a bay. Anyway, what I was thinking is that I could add a layer of ABS on the inside of the drawer. The advantage there is that this, well, you can see it coils up. It's a lot more flexible than the laminate is. Slippy. Yeah, what I did is I built the box out of plywood and then I laminated this on the top of it. The cool thing is it has kind of a texture on the inside. Let me see if I can tear a piece. I did tear a piece of that off. It's still pretty tough stuff once it's laminated to something else. But you can see it has a textured side there, and it kind of gives a nice anti-slip surface. And then the other side is smooth and glossy. Textured so it holds the glue. Now you actually glue on the shiny side. I suppose you could use it either way. But I found that if you use good glue, use 3M, what is that stuff that I use? Hopefully I have some. I've used this as an alternative. This is Permatex Heavy Duty Headliner and Carpet Adhesive. So this is meant to hold in like a vinyl headliner in a car. And you know, that's holding it upside down. It's pretty good stuff. But there's another 3M Super 94 or something like that that is considered one of the best spray contact adhesives out there. And that's what I used when I built my case, and no signs of delamination. Now the only thing that this would mess with is one of the things that I ordered, and it should actually be here maybe today, is I ordered from the road case manufacturer a joint that allows me to slip a piece of 1/4 inch in one way and then another way at a 90-degree angle. So I thought, well, you know, if bending them doesn't work out, then I could actually use an aluminum extrusion to make my drawer bottom and side joint and just glue it together. So I did want to at least experiment with that. I ended up getting just like a 6-foot stick of it. But what I found in my first round of this, making my toolbox, is that they actually sell 2 different widths of channel. One of the widths of channel is 1/4 inch. So if you have a piece of 1/4 inch plywood, you can slide it right in there. But they make another one that is sized for the thickness of this ABS. So you have to make sure you're ordering the right one, depending on whether you're using you know, a straight up either 1/4 inch piece of plywood or a 6mm PVC sheet, or you know, one that's laminated with ABS. So what I'm going to do, I don't know if you can see this, but one of the things that I noticed while playing around with this is, well, you can see one corner is dented. And I was kind of surprised by that, looking at how they packed it. It was packaged with corner protectors and bubble wrap and Well, you know, leave it to a UPS driver to figure out a way to damage it. You know, they probably dropped it from 10 feet right onto the corner in order to dent it like that. But this is foam. It can get dented. And so on the drawer sides, my plan is to add an aluminum extrusion across the top. You know, when you're opening up the drawer and you're dropping stuff in there, you know, stuff has a tendency to hit the edge of that drawer. And so when I build wooden drawers, you actually round the top of the side over, actually dome it a little bit, and that helps it from getting dented from you know, just normal usage. But I thought in this case, well, another aspect of it is if you're looking down this, I can bow this. Now, to a certain extent, the drawer guide is going to hold that steady. But the drawer still is going to have some flexibility to it. Well, aluminum, one property of that is that it is very, very stiff. And so I thought that by adding an edge on the top, it should actually help to stiffen and stabilize the drawer. Gives it a little bit of extra durability, might add a little bit of weight, but probably worth it. So I really have been racking my brain on how to do this well. And Frank, your idea to make a drawer that I can use somewhere in the shop, absolutely spot on. That's what I should be doing. So I'll probably make it as close to the size as I need to work inside of my cabinet, but I will make it so that I can install it somewhere here useful in the shop, and we'll see how it holds up. Yeah, this is white. I was actually going to use black, or there's a red color that you can get this foam board in. And I don't know if I can get it economically in a large enough sheet size to do what I want to do, but I'll cross that bridge when I get there. So let's see if this camera is doing any better this go round. I don't know, it seems better now. Weird. No, I still got a bunch of drop frames. Darn it. All right, well, let's see what we can do with this. So I just wanted to start out by adding a little piece of foam kind of right at the corners. Just like that. Just a little tiny square. Ooh, that's getting very tiny. Everything about this camera is very, very tiny. Okay. Okay. You're interested in how Alexandre Chapelle has been approaching drawers in the context of workshops, though that's very much on the side of utilizing 3D printing for repetitive work. That is something that I'm totally unfamiliar with, PRNG. I don't know who that is. They focus on providing a grid system where parts can't fall out or slide. Okay. I'm using what, a lot of other mechanics are using, which is the Kaizen foam. Where you just make a cutout for your tools, and it's permanent. It's permanently cut into the foam, but the foam is an insert into the drawer. So if you changed your tooling or something like that, you could certainly cut a new piece of foam. But this is kind of what I was talking about, where you just cut in to your foam and your tools fit in there. They don't shift around. But you do have to have your, yeah, that's it. You have a mostly fixed tool set. And I've actually kind of avoided that because my tooling does change. When I can afford better tools, or with bicycles, it's a rapidly changing technology. So there's better tools and methodologies, maybe even simpler tools. You are the biggest tool in your shop. I can't argue that with you. Same here, bud. Same here. So let's see if we can get some little blocks set in here. I'm thinking I want to try to put them on the inside of the case instead of trying to glue them to this. Breakfast burritos are ready. I will email you all one. Great. Looking forward to that. Will that come in a PDF form or a JPEG? So I wanted some tweezers. And then I'm going to use a little bit of this spray adhesive. It's a little weaker, but it just has to hold a little piece of foam in place. And then I need some sort of brush, and it's probably going to be disposable. Fortunately, I bought a huge pack of disposable brushes. Always handy to have. Although maybe there's an old one in here. That looks like a good disposable brush. This came in something else. So I need a little bit pointier, so I'm going to try to make it into one. That may work. Okay, and then I need another disposable container or maybe a piece of plastic. Something just to get a little spray adhesive on. Hopefully it's warm enough for this stuff to work. Just get a little liquid on there. Paint it into the corner. And then we paint it onto our little pieces here. Whoa. Well, that was a little bit too much. Man, that's a little tough piece to manage. There we go. I didn't want to get glue all over the rest of this foam, but that may be unavoidable. Man, it's like a booger. Can't flick it. Let go. Well, it definitely wants to stick. Maybe it's ready, I don't know. Let's try putting it in there. That'll get rid of it. Come on. Okay, there's one. Let me get these other ones painted here before this dries out. Might have thrown a droplet onto the camera. I don't think so. Oh, wait a minute. What is that? Down there at the bottom? That get rid of it? Okay. Oh, that one got all sideways. Man, that stuff just bonds so instantly. It's kind of tough to get these positioned. That seemed to work in the end. Okay. Pretty happy with that. Let's see if our camera still goes in. It does, and that gives it just a little bit of cushion. Closes up all the way, and definitely took some of the wiggle out of it. Let's see if I did get something on the lens here. I get rid of it. At least they're facing down. Perhaps it's not on the surface. Is it right there at the bottom? Like almost at that Twitch logo? It could even be dust inside. Yeah, I see it. Oh well, we'll treat it like a noise in your car. Just turn up the stereo. Okay, now I think we can probably move on. And let's figure out how we're going to put some screws into it. I still have all the screws that I took out of my Logitech C920 when we did the Kurokesu mod. And I think these will work just fine. If I can find 4 of them that are of the appropriate length. I was just curious how long these screws were. They are about 5 millimeters shaft length. And that's fine because our plastic is about 3 millimeters. So that's, you know, the way it all clamshells together, that's all I was really trying to do, was get a screw through this outer plastic layer into the inside, just to kind of lock it in place. I mean, I probably could run the camera just like it is. You know, it's pressed together tight enough, it's hard enough to pop apart that it would probably be fine. But, you know, if it takes a bump or something like that, I just want to be able to get it apart again and get to the inside. And see, right now I have to press on the back of this to get this